everyone, I'm Sir Kneif. Wanted to make a vlog announcing a big project that is coming this summer that me and my friend Chan are doing. We created a new channel called Unnatural Exploration. This summer, we plan on getting up some little bit of gear and we're going to try to find some abandoned / haunted places to go visit for his summer break. I'm trying to find the right words. We both like the idea of exploration and going to these haunted places at night or day. You know, haunted shit can happen during the day. We like going to and exploring them. And I personally find a deep fascination in it. But one of the things that I genuinely dislike is basically everyone who makes videos on it. That's a broad term because I've just seen quite a few, but of course it doesn't apply to everybody. There seems to be this kind of vibe that I get from watching people's ghost videos that just instantly put me off. Like, it has been a long time since I've watched a haunting video or a ghost video and been like, damn, like, what if that was real? Because, you know, whatever your belief is on a ghost or whatever, I like the idea of, I believe in spirits and, you know, people have souls and shit like that, but whether or not they could be ghosts and stay and haunt the earth or whatever, I'm in the air about that. Not that I disapprove of it or anything like that. I'm a neutral party, and I think Chan is also a neutral party. I think that'll be a good thing to watch. We're going in this very neutral, like, we're not expecting to find any ghosts. We're not expecting anything to happen. It's literally just gonna be us going to this abandoned or haunted place, and we're just going to record and document our little adventure. And if nothing happens, then that's perfectly fine. We went on an adventure, and you know, I just watch these kinds of like people and they do these videos and I can't explain it. It's just the way they talk or the way they act. They all kind of seem to give off the same vibe and stuff, and I just feel like, I don't know, man. It's just half of them feel fake, and the ones that might be real give off the same vibe of the ones that feel fake. So I don't know, and it's just kind of weird. I don't know, and I feel like this is just something I need to get out and experience myself to fully see if it is quote unquote real or whatever. I don't know. It's just, I'm trying to think of a way to word how I feel about most of these like paranormal videos and shit, but I'm sure someone else out there knows exactly what I'm talking about. Even people who like are notorious for like their ghost videos, and you know, they swear up and down none of it's staged. You just kind of get this vibe on, and I don't want that to be what we do. A lot of our shit's gonna be like unedited videos. It's gonna be uncut, like straight up raw footage shit that we're gonna try and post and stuff. And obvious, like, it will record us like going into the place, and if it's like a long ass walk up there, like a dirt road or something, obviously you cut that out. But I want to have like when we enter the building, and even if it's just us walking down a hallway of some abandoned apartment building and nothing fucking happens, I want that nothing happening to be in the video, because that's part of it. I feel like it adds to the authenticity, whatever the fuck the word is, to the video. And I think it would give people a better view on it and would be able to believe something more if something actually happened with less editing and less cuts. Because there's a lot of videos I see people try to get fancy with their edits and the cuts and things like that. And I feel like you start editing and stuff, you can do all these fancy shit. There's nothing saying you can't edit a voice in on your video to make it seem spooky or something like that or whatever. So yeah, we're going to be going somewhere in North Carolina. We're basically going pretty basic shit. He's in college. I'm jobless and not really doing much. We plan on, he has a camera. He's going to use a DSLR camera, I think. I'm going to be using my smartphone to record. I don't have a camera. I do have a camera, but it's like, it's not a good camera. It was one of those advertises good cameras, and my parents bought it, and it's not a good camera kind of thing. But we're going to be picking up some like 128 gig micro SD cards. We're going to record for hours and shit like that. Yeah, I think that's about it. Oh, I'm buying an EMF reader just because I'm curious to see if it works, which is the electromagnetic fields or whatever. Supposedly ghosts put off an electromagnetic field or whatever. Figure why not try? Because if you go into an abandoned place, the normal things that cause electromagnetic field or whatever, the EMF to go off, naturally your bar is going to go off because Earth has EMF on it, but it's very low. You should see a small number or whatever. And then, like, I think they said, like, if it's a microwave is going off, or if a cell phone is like transmitting on top of the device or something, it'd make it go and blare off and shit. So my cell phone could potentially be an issue on that. We'll test it, and if it ends up being an issue, test how far it is, and I'll just let Chan hold it instead of me holding it or whatever, if my phone could like fuck up with it or whatever. But yeah, just a little something like that. We're getting baby powder because just in case we hear something in one of the rooms and we come back to that said room and nothing happens, put some baby powder on the floor and things like that. It can pick up movements and, you know, whatever, little things like that, just to try. You know, like I said, we're not saying, oh, this place is haunted. We're gonna be like, this place is supposed to be haunted. We're gonna go on neutral feelings and stuff. At the end of the day, like I said, if nothing happens, it's whatever. We get to bond and hang out and shit and do a little adventure, something we've both wanted to do. So I think it'll be a great thing to do. And of course, if we both get into this, we're going to continue to do this. This is going to be a channel we're both going to work on and shit. We haven't fully decided how we're going to do video layouts. I have an idea of like potentially doing 2 videos per quote unquote haunting or abandoned place. Like if we go to let's say an abandoned apartment, for example, record, and let's say we get like 4 hours, 5 hours of footage, I would want all 5 hours to be uploaded to YouTube. Now I know that's like a long and ridiculous video, but like that's it. That's the entire experience without really any editing. And of course, we'll knock out little things like if we need to stop and take a drink or something, you know, that's like 5-10 seconds that doesn't need to be in the video. But then I would want to have an edited version of said 5 hours in a 20 to 30 minute video to have the highlights and shit like that if things genuinely happen. Even if nothing ghost like happens or haunting happens, if something like caves in or something spooky happens and spooks us, you know, little things like that, have the highlight reel basically upload it either before or after, not 100% sure, or upload it at the same time. You know, we can post at the same time, but I don't know if we're going to do that or what. I'm also not sure if we're going to, because we're both recording, I'm not sure if we're going to merge the 2 recordings and be like, you know, because we're going to stick together on this shit. We're not going to wander off or anything. It's going to be us 2. I want us to stay together just for the fact of, you know, you can't say so-and-so ran off and did this. No, we're both going to be together. One of us is always going to be in view of the other person's camera. And I don't know if we're going to fuse the 2 videos together and just cut in between, not really cut, but transition. So like if I'm walking down the stairs and he's behind me and shit, you're gonna see like his camera perspective over my shoulder, and once we reach the stairs, it transitions to my camera angle through that. Or if we're gonna just take the second footage, or if we're gonna I'm just thinking different ideas, or possibly do the transition thing but have the other person's recording up in like a little like webcam like style, so you can see what the other person sees at the same time, because obviously we're going to record different angles and shit, and we're going to get different views on stuff. So I don't know, but I think that's about it. I'm really excited to do it. I think Chan's going to be down here in June. I don't know if we're going to go in June, but we're going for a summer break, so 3-4 months. Expect some video, maybe more. Hey, maybe we can find the time to do more than one haunted place or abandoned place or whatever. We got to actually find somewhere to go here. I know my mom mentioned that there are a lot of reported areas here in North Carolina. I don't know why, but it always seems like southern states have a lot of haunting areas for some reason. I don't know. It may be probably everywhere has haunted places, but every time I see like haunted places or something, it's always, you know, it's always a southern state, you know, like Florida, Louisiana, one of the Carolinas, you know, different places like that. They always seem to be the ones like are haunted. I don't know. But yeah, so we got to find somewhere to go, and then I don't know if we're going to like need to inform law enforcement that we know we're going to this place. You know, most people and probably most law enforcement don't give a shit if you're going to an abandoned place, unless it's like privately owned by some corporation or something. Then they'll care and try to sue your ass for trespassing. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a lot of fun, and it's definitely gonna be a unique thing for me to do for a video, and probably unique for Chan, because you know, I'm a Let's Play channel and I'm a Let's Play vlog channel. I'm just a personal channel. You know, I do whatever I do whatever I'm in the mood for and what I want. I've thought about doing a few different challenge videos. Haven't done none of them yet, but I've been thinking about them. You know, just I guess it's just a personal channel is what my channel is. but I've never done a abandoned exploration, haunting exploration kind of thing. So this is definitely gonna be a new one for me, and it's gonna be weird. I'm probably gonna be scared. I'm a big baby. Like, I'm a big guy. I'm 6'3", and I've been told that I'm intimidating, and I come off as like an intimidating person, and I can be scary. I scare easily, and I feel like I'm a very timid person. So I don't know. It's definitely gonna be unique. I'm excited now, but damn, comes the day I get in his car and we actually drive somewhere, and probably gonna be in the middle of the night too for our first one. I think that'd be a good starter one. It's gonna be like, oh shit, the realization is probably gonna hit harder than it is now, because it hit me earlier and I was like, oh, and then I kind of dropped it. But probably the day we go to do it and the moment we start, it's probably gonna hit like a fucking train, and I'm probably gonna be like, I'm probably gonna need some real encouragement to go. It's because I think words, use them. I find abandoned places stupid in a sense, because like you could get hurt doing that, and I've always been like, you know, you could get hurt, or what if there actually is a ghost there and you piss them off? I see that as stupid, and generally when I see something as stupid, I always say I'll never do it. You see all these dumb millennial people doing stupid ass shit, and you're like, oh god, and you cringe and you tell them not to do it, and you'll never do it. That's kind of the feeling I have. I think exploring abandoned places is dumb. I genuinely do. I think it's a bad idea. It could lead to some bad stuff. And like I've seen it, one of the most common themes that I see in most of these haunted videos is one of the things they say is don't egg the ghost on. And yeah, well, no matter what you think about that, it's kind of like it's like, don't egg them on. It's like, how do I know I'm not going to egg them on? Or what if I say one thing and they get offended? I mean, hell, everybody gets offended over everything. I'm sure ghosts can get offended over anything too. So it's just like, it's stupid. We shouldn't do it. But we're going to do it anyways, because it's a really interesting idea, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. We'll probably end up dying one of these days, but you never know. Oh, dying one of these days. I don't know why saying dying one of these days reminded me of this. We would like to eventually, depending on how things go, whether or not the channel takes off and we start making money. Of course, ideally, we were talking about if the channel actually did take off, we can get funny and stuff, we could actually buy gear, like proper gear. And I'm not talking about like specifically ghost hunting gear. Some people talk about, you know, voice box and things like that. Voice box would be cool to just try. But I think a thermal imaging gun would be nice. They're $300 to $400 because they can detect heat and you can see people and shit on them. I think either that or and like nice DSLR cameras or nice recording cameras with attachments and shit, and better quality microphones, that sort of thing, and lights and night vision, because like we're not going to have night vision. We're going to have to be using our bright ass flashlights, and sometimes things may or may not happen with light on and you need night vision and stuff. We can't afford that kind of stuff. Like I said, he's in college, he doesn't have a job, I don't have a job. We're already gonna be scraping by to afford like a headlamp for me and, you know, 128 gigabyte SD cards and shit for us. So that's already gonna be difficult. But one of the things we'd like to plan, whether or not the channel takes off, we want to do, or I brought it up and he supported the idea. I would like to do a road trip series where we start in whatever state we're in, probably North Carolina. We'll visit a haunted place, and then we'll pick a kind of a route to go. And then we might head up to Virginia and then go left. I don't know what's left of Virginia. Hit up another state, drive over that way, hit up another state, maybe head to North and South Dakota, hit up them. And at each state, stop, document, do a road vlog and shit like that. Little things, just talking about us going and exploring, because I've never really left my state. I've done it a few times when I was younger, but I don't remember. And I've been to the South Carolina border because Carowinds is there, but some people argue it doesn't really count, whatever. But I think it would be cool to do a road series documentary and vlog and stuff showing us, you know, traveling through the states, and then actually having the like haunted series for the road trip and things like that. But of course, like that would take funding and time, because like going to 10 states, this would be a road trip. It would be a non-stop thing. We'd probably spend 2 days, 2 to 3 days in each state, and if we do 10 states, like I had said, that's a month. And that would be a fucking fantastic thing to go and do. Spend a month on the road together and go into these haunted places and explore just explore the country in itself. Because I don't know about Chan, but I have not explored the country, and I don't think he has either. Like, that's killing so many birds with a stone. You know, we get to do the haunted thing. We get to do some road vlogs and shit, which I think is cool. We get to go out and explore. We get to spend more time together and hang out, because we're best friends. We're basically fucking brothers. So I think that would be a really cool thing. But Unless the channel takes off, I don't think we could possibly do that. It would take a lot of planning and money because it's going to be expensive to be on the road for a month, and it could be longer than a month. Like, we would have to do research in advance, and something could happen, and we'd have to find another haunted place or abandoned place. Or I keep saying haunted, but it's called unnatural exploration because it could potentially be haunted. It could just be us walking through an abandoned place, you know, looking through history, that kind of shit. But yeah, so unless the channel takes off, it's going to take some serious planning. That would be a way future thing. But you never know. We could, you know, start this and upload our first shitty little exploration video, and people could love it. I've already talked to somebody, and he loves these kinds of videos, and he can't wait for us to do them. So yeah, I'll see you guys on Unnatural Exploration in 3 to 4 months with the first video.